In this video, we will tell you everything you need to know about preparing a brief for exterior 3D modeling and rendering at Archie CGI. You will learn about the aspects that affect the turnaround time and see the step-by-step process of making photorealistic 3D renders. Let's take a look. References. Drawings. There are three types of references our CG artists can use to recreate the geometry of an architectural design in a realistic 3D model. The first type is drawings in PDF format. When working with those, a 3D artist uses the floor plan as a guide to manually outline the layout in 3D modeling software. This layout becomes the foundation of the 3D model. The one downside of PDF files is that they are not interactive. As a result, using them as a reference takes a little more time, and the 3D model is not 100% precise. However, such discrepancies are rather insignificant and are not visible in the renders. The second type is DWG files. Unlike PDF files, DWG files are interactive, which means the 3D artist can use the drawing as is without outlining it first. That is why using this type of reference considerably speeds up the modeling process and provides impeccably precise results. The third type are models created in programs such as SketchUp, ArchiCAD, and Revit. Usually, these models are not detailed enough and require correction or remodeling before they can be used to create photorealistic renders. This is the fastest way 3D artists can produce high-quality visuals, since they don't have to build an entire model from scratch. Materials. The next step in creating a detailed 3D model of a building is adding textures and materials. For that, the CG artist needs a materials specification. Depending on your project needs, the specification can be simple or complex. A simple specification includes approximate examples of what the material should look like and brief descriptions of their properties. In this case, the CG artist will find the closest matches in our library of 3D assets. A complex specification, on the other hand, includes precise catalog names of materials from actual manufacturers. You can also add links to the manufacturer's websites to speed up the visualization process even more. Style and lighting. The best way to find lighting, mood, weather, and style references is by going on Pinterest. There you can find lots of images that will help you express your ideas to your 3D artist. And what's so convenient, you can show us all pictures in one place without downloading them. Camera angles. To show us the angles you chose for the renders, you can mark them directly on a drawing. Or you can set up the angles in any BIM program that you use and send us screenshots. And if you are in doubt about what to choose, we will be happy to show you options. Surroundings. To make the renders look as lifelike as possible, the CG artist pays a lot of attention to creating surroundings for the 3D model. For that, the 3D artist needs photos from the project's actual location to use as a reference for local vegetation, traffic signs, cars, and other buildings. Alternatively, they can use Google Maps coordinates of the spot if there is a 360-degree street view available. Landscape plan. Another key piece of reference is a landscape plan. Usually, it is a drawing or a sketch that indicates the placement and types of plants. For the purpose of 3D visualization, it doesn't have to be very detailed. A hand-drawn sketch will work fine as well. Most importantly, the specification needs to be clear as to which plant goes to which spot, whether it is a visual reference or a text description. Process. Grayscale renders. The first intermediate results we show you in a 3D exterior visualization project are grayscale renders. At this point, the client can ask the 3D artist to change the geometry and camera angles, as well as shift focus to certain objects in the scene. As there are no materials applied to the 3D models, we can make changes fast and show you the updated renders within a day. This is why you should make the most out of this part of the project. Later on, it will take a lot longer to make significant changes and render new images once the materials are in place. Materials review round. After approving the building geometry and camera angles, 3D artists start working on materials, adding architectural designs, and building surroundings. The team sends colored full HD renderings for your review. At this stage, the geometry and camera angles are already set, so the changes should focus on textures, colors, and details such as adding or removing cars, trees, bushes, traffic signs, etc. Upon receiving the latest approval, the artists render the pre-final results in the required resolution and format. Until this step in the process, the images we send you have not been through post-production yet. Final rendering and post-production. The 4K renders then go through post-production in Photoshop, where the artist might do some color correction or add images of people. Usually, we avoid incorporating people into the renders to not distract viewers from the architectural design. However, the client can ask to use any number of people and even specify how they have to look in the final image. Besides, if you have any preferences regarding the color correction, brightness, contrast, etc., you can include that information in the brief. Now you know how to prepare a brief and follow project workflow to get the best results within the shortest amount of time. Need photorealistic exterior renderings for an architectural design presentation or real estate listing? Contact us at ArchyCGI for a free personal consultation.